I'm going to do this thing right. He went to the king and asked the king of a letter to go back home. And the king asked him, said, why you require a letter? He said, because I don't want no trouble at the river. Amen. And I imagine some of you making preparation to come back to Pepper Grove. You don't want no trouble on the highway. You went and got your car service, went by the ATM, got you some money out, talk to your friend, tell them, say, watch around my house while I'm gone. He went and the king gave him a letter. All right. And that letter could have been a credit card or a check or whatever, but you make a preparation to go home. Like I say, everybody ought to want to go back home every once in a while. Because to check on somebody, you left somebody back there. It might have been grandparents, might have been mom and daddy you left. It ain't hurt for you in a long time. Go home. And tell them the good thing the Lord have done for you, how he have taken care of you. And mama, you still look good, you know. Daddy still creeping around, but he look all right. But he wanted to build a wall back. So what he did, he went to Lebanon, ordered some timber and stuff. And you know when you first start the business, you ain't got no help. People stand around looking at it and say, you crazy. That man come back here and try to build a home, this, that, and the other. And I ain't gonna have nothing to do with it. But before it's all over with, they pitch in a hand too every once in a while. If it ain't nothing but soil and a tree, they gonna do something. So Nehemiah, in his mind, he said, if I build, maybe one day I might want to move back here myself. So, and so doing, after everything was built, and I don't know in my mind, I'm saying, after everything was built, they had a celebration. And they called all their friends around, and they had a good time. But in today, every once in a while, we as children of God, go home every once in a while. If it ain't nothing, then go down and stay a day. Here's somebody back there you once knew. Here's somebody back there had a hand in the helping you get to where you are. See, you don't burn the bridge when you cross, because you might have to go back cross. If it ain't that, you got somebody coming behind you. And we live our life by precept and example. And sometimes you always just ask yourself, what kind of example am I'm setting? You know, because children, they want to be like you. If you set good example, somebody won't be like you. If you set bad example, somebody won't be like you. See, as a young boy, the man named Moses would come around dad all the time. Moses was a tall guy. He always had wore that big cap. And I don't care when you see Moses, he had a half a pint in his back pocket. But I wanted to be like Moses. And I had Moses' old big car and this, that, and other. But after I grew up and realized a half a pint in your pocket, a big cap ain't gonna get you in the heaven. Amen. So I had to make some changes in life. And I looked at my son here leading prayer service. We was in an old church over there. Me and my daddy led prayer service over there. It made me feel good to see him. See, we set good examples as we go along. I ask the Lord all the time, the older people, let them set good example for the little ones that coming behind them. Somebody want to be like you. Somebody want to do like you done. And going back home, don't just go back home. Have a reason and a plan for going back home. Take something back with you when you go home. Don't go home empty-handed. And mom and daddy back there, they ain't nothing but a candy bar. Take them something. And Nehemiah come back, he wanted to build a wall. And I'm sure he had a hard time. But after it was all said and done, he accomplished what he did for going back home. And today, I'm saying to you, those of us that are here, go home. Yes, sir, go home. When I finished high school, it was 3 children finished high school that didn't have sense enough to leave Grimes County. That was me, Renata Taylor, and Irene Love. Everybody else left but us, we stayed. Now the rest of them come back, but we were still here. And out of that bunch, it's just 3 of us living there. But we still at home. But come home every once in a while. I look at my son, and I told him, I said, hey, y'all start to sing. I got my start when I was about 11 years old. Them old men made us sit on the front seat. And they didn't just make us sit on the front seat. You had to get on your knees and pray. You had to sing. And it was a place over here called the Amen Corner. Now, there was a lot of elm switches in that corner. And any of them old women would get one of them switches, if your mouth so, you sing, they hit out on you, I can tell you what church going on.